Hello everybody, this is Nicholas K Gaming, and today I'm going to be doing a review for Deadpool, the Deadpool movie. First of all, I saw it last night, I was one of the first people to actually see it, the whole movie first. To be honest, this will have spoilers, so if you didn't see the movie, I recommend getting out of it. Anyway, I really highly recommend watching this movie. It has lots of dirty humor, which is hilarious. It has humor that isn't dirty, that's very hilarious. In fact, I think it beat Zoolander. Anyway, guys, I just loved the movie. You just have to see it. It's extremely hilarious. It even mentions Bob. It doesn't really mention Wolverine, but there's some sidetracks about that. And there are lots of funny things about the entire movie that I love. Okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry guys, I was just out of breath. Anyway, I give it at least 4 out of 5 stars, or 5 out of 5 stars. In between, because it was a really good movie. There were some downsides, but, scenes will, other things that aren't downsides, or scenes will make up for that. Because, honestly, I just love the movie. It mentions the X-Men. It mentions lots of funny fourth wall breaking things. Shows the suits he gets in and out of into. Basically, it's just hilarious. I really recommend you watch this movie. It actually, described the Deadpool character. The origin, had 3 times. Yeah, if you guys remember, if you watched the movie, it showed 3 times of, 2 or 3 different parts of the origin while it was going with the beginning of the story, and then ended at the beginning's end, if you know what I mean. It did mention lots of funny things. It mentioned that old woman from the apartment. Wade was hilarious. I absolutely loved him. Even when he wasn't in the mask, he was still freaking hilarious. But at the end, if you watched it, you realize it's actually a love story. He's doing this all for his girlfriend, if you ever watched the movie. So, yeah. And also, I'm planning on getting a poster, and I may be doing a Lego Deadpool stop motion video. And I'm gonna be Deadpool for Halloween, just so you know. Anyway. Basically, I love Deadpool. He's been my second most favorite character of all time, actually, because basically, I love Spider-Man, out of all the people I know. Or, that's in fiction, sorry. Also, the same thing with Deadpool. I just love him. He's awesome. Ryan Reynolds was a perfect fit. And I just loved it. Had the same amount of time. Ryan Reynolds had a long time with the movie, but Deadpool had the same amount of time. When I first saw the footage, I was just amazed. The test footage on YouTube, so yeah. Oh, and I just loved the movie. You have to see it. I thought it was gonna flop. I had doubts that it was gonna be good because of how Fantastic Four was. I think they rushed on it, but they didn't. They did a good origin job. They did a good job with the origin. They didn't put it from beginning, middle, and end. They just split it up into pieces, which is, an outstanding thing. And, very, what's it called? I forgot what it was called. 1 second. Okay, I forgot what I was talking about right there. I didn't really. I was just trying to think of what it was. But it was split into separate parts, it was just perfect. I mentioned Bob, as I said. The villain is very good, the origin is very good. Even his friends are funny. I just love the movie. Recommend you watch it. Again, if you already seen this. And at the end credit scene, if you stayed for it, in the theater, everybody stayed for the end credit scene because they knew there was going to be one. There was, and Deadpool was like, "Oh, what are you still doing here? The movie's over. Go down." You thought this was going to be a teaser or a tease for Deadpool 2? Deadpool 2 is coming out. In fact, they just started working on the film. Yesterday, somewhere this month, I think. I don't know, like somewhere in January and February, they said, oh, we could do, like in the second Deadpool, we're gonna do Cable. Like they started naming actors, and then a woman actor, and then said, yeah, she could totally fit the role good for a woman. And I'm just excited that Cable is finally in, because at first for some reason I thought Colossus was Cable, but that was like, oh no. But there was some downsides, but they made up for that. Like they made sense of why the downsides even happened. Like that's the reason why. Like the beginning was hilarious. Like it was just like you're traveling through a frame of what Deadpool did, and then later in the film, like you do what like Deadpool does. Like then later shows that. It's just hilarious, and I'm so glad they're making a sequel. I'm so glad they're making a third one out also, actually. In fact, I think this series is going to be extravagant and is going to make Fox lots of money. And I honestly don't care if they make like a whole like reboot. Well, I would care, but I wouldn't care if Marvel owned the rights and made another Deadpool movie. Same with the X-Men, but still, like there was very hilarious parts. Like there was very hilarious dirty parts that I got. Because at my age, almost everybody knows what stuff is. Like by stuff, you know what I mean. Sorry if I keep doing this. It's just to keep like the screen on. I just loved the movie. Recommend you watch it. In that it won't be a flop. Like, well, yeah, it had the same amount of dirty humor and the same amount of good actual humor. But like, there's more good, like non-dirty humor than there was actually good humor. He does curse a lot. And they made the healing factor look like it was awesome. But that's the thing, like the healing factor was kind of slow. Remember that time, guys, when like his hand was cut off? This is only if you watched the movie. I was so glad I watched that movie. I've been waiting for it for 2 years, ever since I saw the test footage on YouTube. I was like, oh, of course they're gonna make this. I mean, tons and possibly thousands or possibly millions of fans would want to see this. And on its first day, I heard it like got like millions of dollars, like millions and millions of dollars, because there hasn't been a Deadpool movie before. And Ryan Reynolds, like it didn't. You guys remember if you watched the movie, like Deadpool, like Ryan Reynolds or Wade Wilson, of course. I mentioned, like I hope it doesn't end up like with flops, like, and then it showed, you know, the Deadpool from X-Men Origins Wolverine showed the doll of him, just slapped it on the table. Like everybody, like 3/4 of the whole theater laughed, including me. I was like, oh my god. Like during that one moment, I wasn't humored or intrigued. Like you may have seen me like 1/4 of the movie, just like my face, just like just straight because it wasn't funny. Like they weren't trying to be funny anymore. But really, but I was intrigued. Like I was trying to focus on why they stopped the humor to do this. And that was very understanding. Like at first I was like, no, this isn't actually happening, because like I thought they were gonna like move the release date, which is what they're doing with lots of movies. Like how they did with the cartoon Spider-Man movie. Like they're putting it until like they're putting it until like December 2018, which sucks. But like lots of movies are trying to get the dates early, like Batman v Superman and the Spectacular Spider-Man, that new movie. Not that far, but it's still pretty in a good spot. I just love the movie. Recommend you watch it if you're just spoiled all this. But I only mentioned like 1/4 of the entire thing. That's how awesome it is. It's very hilarious, very funny, and it's just perfect. Like the downsides are made up and like explained. It just makes the movie so awesome. Like he does do fourth wall breaking, which is awesome. They put everything Deadpool has and put it in one movie. In fact, I forgot it was even a Fox movie. That's the thing. Or like a Fox Marvel movie. I thought it was just like a Marvel movie and just like set in another universe. But like honestly, I love the movie. It is just amazing, brilliant, perfect. Casting is awesome. I like how they did Colossus. I like how they mentioned another X-Man. I like how they mentioned Wolverine and stuff. And then like Deadpool mentioned, I'm sorry if I got this wrong, because I know I did. Like then mentioned like, oh, you're wondering why I got a movie only 11 years later after my last appearance. Yeah, well, blame it on someone that has a name rhymed with Polverine. No, it's just, I knew he was talking about the one from X-Men Origins, Wolverine. But really, I know I got the whole sentence wrong, but I didn't mention what he did say. If you watched it, I recommend watching it again. Like, but with your friends, because it's twice as funny. Like, the plot is still amazing. It's like the only love story film I actually like. That's the thing with this entire movie. The only love story movie I actually like. Because at the end you realize it's actually a love story. I also loved how like Colossus was just like talking about how to be a hero and like the 3 steps or whatever. And then like while he was finishing the third one, like right when he was gonna end it with like one word left, Deadpool just shot him. I just love that. Watch the movie. Even if you don't like the character, you'll still like be like happy out of the theater. You won't be like wanting to like be drunk or anything. Like don't do that if you think of it. Then I think you wouldn't, because honestly, this movie will just make you laugh and just have a good time. Like I was in the downest mood yesterday. Like I was just upset, and then I realized Deadpool was coming out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go see it. So then I've gone and watched it. I just loved it. Like I hope Deadpool just like as his name mentioned in X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse, or at least just or make like a little tiny appearance, or just like in a picture or something. Like I would love that. Like Deadpool is just an awesome character, and I don't see why you wouldn't like him. Well, I don't see why you wouldn't like the movie. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. And for more, why not subscribe? Anyway, guys, bye!